I never thought I would become a chef, but now I am one. People who are doing fashion, they also wanted to become a chef.
Yeah.
So where do I go? So
If you ask me, that's a great job to have. Galla sambhalo. I think that's great.
I only learned good maths, like how to give change, but that was the only thing that I was used for.
Social media has sort of diluted the credibility of professional chefs.
Why people are mad behind them? I personally don't like India's MasterChef. उसकी भैंस क्या कर रही है, मुझे क्या करना है? Like I did make a rice paper pani puri, so judge me what to.
I'll just reserve my comments. Welcome to InControversial. I'm your host Pooja. Joining me today is someone who's taken the food world by storm and how we see food online. A trained chef, an expert with his kitchen studio, but creating absolutely viral food recipes online, and an ace food blogger at that. Please join me in welcoming Chef Abhinay Gupta.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Chef.
you.
If I may call you that, for joining me today.
Yes, you can.
For taking time away from your kitchen studio.
Thank you. I did just work normal.
Of course,
Everyday
just work, everyday work, creating viral recipes. But aise hi we cook up a storm, literally.
Viral or not, that depends on the algorithm, but I create. So yeah.
But I mean, you've done your catering. You were telling me you've
Yeah.
done your HM, and but chef is clearly not something you want to be, despite having a dad who's a restaurateur.
In that context, like I never thought I would become a chef, but now I am one.
Huh.
So that was like the journey that I've been on in the past 10 years. Like I initially thought I always wanted to be in management or open my own restaurant. My dad has one,
Yes.
but that's like a preset family-owned business where
Correct.
I have no inputs.
And some of those things just work on autopilot, right?
True, like
Yeah.
I went there for a week and I was told to sit at the cash counter. So my maths was good.
If you ask me, that's a great job to have. Galla sambhalo. I think that's great.
So I only learned good maths, like how to give change, but that was the only thing that I was used for. So which a calculator can replace. So I realized that my potential is being wasted here. So I thought of starting my own. I initially went to do a job for 6 months and then I started my own business.
Which was setting up a kitchen studio, and this is when the whole content creation bit was not as mainstream as it is today.
True.
And you know, who in their mind would think of setting up a kitchen studio?
Honestly, I was very skeptical about the idea because I heard about this concept or idea in 2014, which is like now if you see it's 11 years from now
Yeah.
and people are still figuring out how to make content.
Right.
So at that time, people in the food space, they were a lot more active on YouTube. So they wanted to make longer format content and they had very limited resources to set up a place. Like they can't spend so much on YouTube, so they can't set it up at their home. And they were looking for places. So I realized there's a gap in the market where you can create a setup and give it out on rental. I got this idea from the place that I was working at because there were celebrity chefs who were curating a menu there. So I got to have an idea that, okay, these guys also need a space to shoot. So that's where I
I think it's a
started.
fantastic idea and a lot of sort of scope for personalization, if I may say so. I mean, where we're sitting today, I
Yeah.
mean, it's this beautiful personal shoppers lounge at the Geo World Plaza. And I think for, you know, customers who are discerning for luxury and sort of looking for that bespoke services and bespoke experiences, I think it's fab. But food was clearly always your playground, right? And it was always the kitchen and the vessels, utensils that were your tools.
I knew that I wanted to go into this space. Like I had never thought of a finance job or anything like that. Always set on either I open my own thing, which I did like in later years, but did not work out.
You opened your own restaurant?
I had 2 takeaway outlets
Okay.
in my phases so far. So it was in 2016 and 2019, just before lockdown.
Okay.
Did not work out, so I had to shut them all. But then this food content creation business remains.
Excellent. And you know, from the journey from food content creation and you know being food blogger and creating recipes which are clearly viral. I mean, you seem to have found a recipe for success. When did you realize that Insta is not just a side hustle, it is where you want to be front and center?
I honestly haven't realized that yet because I still do it as a side hustle. Like my major business still takes up 25 days of my month and Instagram only takes up 2 or 3 days a month. So I'm still trying to figure the right balance between the two. I might do this full time in the near future when I have a certain set of following, like where I'm comfortable. Still figuring that out.
But you also have a food production studio, right?
Yeah.
And was it difficult to convince people that it's a viable business opportunity and it's a great career option to have a food production company alongside your kitchen studio, if I may say? So it's forward integration of sorts.
Initially, the first year, like my partners and me, I have partners along with me. It was a bit difficult to make them understand the concept because it was fairly new at that time. But eventually, like proof of concept happened in the second year itself when we started getting bigger brands. Like we cracked Amul in our first year of production, which is like a bigger brand.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
that sort of gave us confidence moving ahead as to, okay, this is something that you can do. Obviously, we learned over the years how to save money and how to save cost in terms of production and maximize the production value.
Yeah. And you also have sort of worked alongside some, big celebrity chefs.
Yeah.
You've worked alongside Vikas, you were telling me, Ranveer Brar, and also some celebrities. How's that experience been, and any memorable moments from cooking up those recipes?
It's been a very varied experience in that sense because I've been also assisting them on shoots in like behind camera. I've also directed them for shows.
Okay.
I've also traveled with them for travel shows. So you learn a lot with them because they are industry leaders.
Right.
So you learn how to gather the audience, like why people are mad behind them, like why they're fans. So you try and understand what genre they've like picked, and that is something that like Chef Ranveer, Chef Vikas are my biggest mentors. So I talk to them often, and I take whatever inspiration I can get. Like with Chef Ranveer, I know he reads a lot. Like he's very knowledgeable in that sense. If he wants to make a recipe, he'll go behind the whole history of it. Like that dedication is something that I'm looking forward to adapting. I've not yet done that. ChatGPT helps a lot. But yeah.
I was just going to say, time hi kahan hai aapke paas?
True. So yeah, filhal I'm relying on ChatGPT and a few friends. But eventually once I start getting into it full time, then I'll research more.
But then, there's celebrity chefs, and then there's so many sort of food bloggers and food influencers, as one would call them. What do you think truly sets them apart?
Like in food influencers, their content, like the kind of content they're making. Everyone has a different audience. Like my audience, I know Indian works for my audience. So I'll keep cooking Indian dishes because my audience is sort of that TG. Some people will have a younger audience and they might make more international dishes or more continental dishes. So it completely depends on their content and the type and the way they shoot, honestly. Like my content is shot in a different manner. I use camera to shoot my content and they use phone. So some people are used to that. So but their shoot style, their content, their own niche.
Interesting. And the lockdown gave birth to a lot of home chefs, right? Everyone was cooking because we had no choice.
To everyone, like home chefs, to people who are doing fashion, they also wanted to become a chef.
Yeah.
So where do I go?
And so lockdown gave birth to a lot of chefs, and social media gave birth to a lot of food bloggers.
Yeah.
Do you think somewhere that social media has sort of diluted the credibility of professional chefs, because everybody is an expert on food, everybody is sort of speaking from experience?
That I do agree to a certain extent, because I honestly do sympathize with professional chefs who've given their life to this career. But that's how the world is. Like you can't help it. Like even people who are not from the fashion industry, they're making fashion content, so you can't really judge their credibility anymore.
Yeah, but fashion, is something very personal, right? It's what you wear, the style, the silhouette, whatever. Food is something that we all sort of consume, and when you hear it from somebody, and a food blogger, food influencer comes with so much experience, and food just has such a...
There's a way to get out of it. Like you can always say it's my take on it.
Of course.
That's how I get out of it most of the times, because otherwise people will take offense. How can I make butter chicken the original style? Because I myself don't know the recipe. Jinki thi wo khud leke chale gaye. So I can always say that's my take on it. So that's how you...
And do you find yourself sort of experimenting or creating a lot of fusion with even the mainstream traditional sort of Indian recipes?
I do try that because there's always a fine line. Like you can always experiment with pani puri. Let's say it's
Or
the most
spike it.
or spike it, but spiking it will get you views. But if you make a different flavor, you might also get hate on it. Like I did make a rice paper pani puri.
Okay.
Which was my idea was to make it gluten free for people who don't like gluten, can't have gluten. Ultimately that video went viral, but I also got hate on it. Like why? So
like don't spoil it for us, don't scar it for us.
So it's a very fine line. So
and that was on the puri bit, but did you also sort of try and change the flavor
pani,
of the pani?
I did strawberry pani. So
no. I'm not surprised you got hate for it.
It's
Chef
okay.
Abhinay.
It's okay.
Strawberry pani puri?
That's why I'm not a professional chef. That's my take on it. Yeah.
Please continue experimenting in your kitchen. I was telling you, kabhi bulao when you're cooking, and we'd love to taste. I think I'll reserve
the pani puri.
Yeah, just share what you've made before you invite us also. Is there, in your opinion and your take on it, is there an overhyped food trend that you think, I mean, it's just not happening, dude?
Like I personally like Korean food a lot. But now I feel it's being overdone. Like
I mean, I think anything Korean these days is a rage, right?
Yeah,
Korean
but
beauty,
then people start
K-pop
experimenting
dramas.
with it too much. Like too much. Like anything and everything they put in Korean. Like they're making ramen bowls and all, which is great. Like I love the flavors. You can't put anything and everything in Korean food, like, and call it Korean infused. So I think that should die down a bit.
Sort of die down a bit.
A bit.
Yeah. One not sort of also notices a lot of food influencers, influencers in general, a lot of clickbait stuff, right? And especially in food, they'll do some huge cheese pulls and over the top kind of dishes. Secretly, do you also do this for your videos?
I call these shots like the beauty shots in my reels. Like I've understood that if you don't do that in the first 5 seconds, you don't grab the attention of the person. 3 seconds is your reel count. Basically, after 3 seconds, you get a view.
He's just decoded it right down to the...
That's how it is. Like if you show your face, unless you're like super hot or model type, only then people will stick around. If you show only the final dish directly, people might like it, might not like it, and skip the video. So rather keep them engaged for the first 10 seconds and not reveal the dish completely.
But in doing this clickbait gimmickry, aren't you diluting the authenticity of what that food content was meant to be?
No, I'm not adding cheese just for the sake of it. That is a separate issue altogether. Like every recipe should not have cheese and just do the over cheese pull. Every recipe should not have 100 grams of butter also. But
no, butter is like that star act which needs to be there.
Someday I will do that. So I'm not sure yet.
You haven't fallen for that?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. People also say that celebrity chefs are kind of overrated, right? I mean, just unke naam pe things happen and food sell. Do you think so? And do they even actually cook? Or is it just their trainee chefs and sous chefs?
People are entitled to have their opinions for everyone.
Your opinion on that then?
I'm a very politically correct person. So it's their opinion, they want to have it.
Apna take de hi do.
I know them personally, so I can't really say much. Like I feel...
Okay, talk about the ones you don't know personally.
I know most of them. So I've worked with all of them.
Treading a fine line and watching his words.
So I know most of them. So I know them personally. I know where they've... And most of these celebrity chefs right now, they've always worked in the industry before. So people don't know that. Chef Ranveer was in a hotel. Chef Vikas was in a hotel. Most of Chef Ajay Chopra was in a hotel before. Chef Kunal was also working in a hotel. So all of these people have worked in the industry before.
Yeah, of course, one understands ke kaam karte hue hi upar aaye hain and
so ultimately that celebrity status was given to them by the audience. Now the audience starts to judge them. So
truer words were never spoken, huh?
Yeah.
But and shows like MasterChef, of course, you've seen it sort of up close. Any myth that the audiences don't know about, which you can...
It's a nice show. It's not scripted. Let's just say that. It's not scripted. It's made for entertainment. So I'll just say that. So expect entertainment and drama. I personally don't like India's MasterChef. Let's just say that. I like MasterChef Australia. I used to watch that a lot.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I've worked with all 3 judges from there as well, like Matt, Gary, George. I've worked with them professionally. And I love the way they work. So MasterChef India is too dramatized for me, like Asu and backstory and all of that. So I don't
It's
like
India,
that.
bro. मतलब एक
But-
song भी डाल ही दो आप.
But उसकी भैंस क्या कर रही है, मुझे क्या करना है? So that's my take on it.
Chef, quite the firecracker yourself, if I may say so. And on that note, should we have also a quick rapid fire then?
Sure.
Okay.
Am I getting a hamper? So
I wish. Yeah, just ख्याली पुलाव होता है ना, तो ख्याली हैम्पर भी है आपके लिए.
ठीक है.
है ना?
Done. Biryani में इलायची types.
If you had to eat one dish for the rest of your life,
I
like
think
staple
it's-
comfort food.
Fairly easy for me. Rajma chawal. Like
And
either that. I can give 2, right? Can I give 2?
of course you can.
Dal
Rajma,
khichdi or rajma chawal.
I think like all-time comfort food,
Yeah,
na?
yeah. Any day. Even on shoot days. Every
पर
day.
राजमा वो बड़ा दाना कि छोटा दाना?
Whatever mom makes.
छोटा दाना.
I can't comment on it. मुझे मिल रहा है वो बहुत है.
One chef you'd love to have a cook-off with.
Personally, like Chef Sanjot Kheer, like I love his recipes. I also follow them for my page as well. Like I sometimes tweak them. So yeah, looking like cook off with him would be nicer. Like I love his content.
Interesting. And an ingredient that sort of instantly makes a dish fancy?
Coriander, just a garnish of it.
Like that's it.
Yeah, I think that's
In
enough.
looks and in flavor.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
both.
khushbu types.
Yeah,
Huh?
all your spices have the major properties of a spice is coriander. People don't realize that. But yeah, it's always there around you. So you
And of course, in Indian cooking, तो we liberally use it for garnish,
Everything.
right? हर चीज पे धनिया, you know, काट के
that
डाल
is
दो.
my favorite and Chef Ranveer's favorite both. So I like coriander.
Okay then. A food influencer you secretly admire?
Your Food Lab, Chef Sanjot Kheer. A lot of them actually. Natasha Gandhi, Chef Nehal, all these people. Like Chef Natasha also I like because the way she differentiates her content from other people. So
Okay.
it's sort of inspiring the way she shoots as well. So
Alright.
I like aesthetic content.
All right. Nice. Of course. And what's the weirdest food combo that you've ever tried and you sort of like?
So not to promote myself, but I've done a bizarre food series. So I've done pretty bizarre food tastings. So I've done biryani with a biryani flavored chai. So judge me or what to.
I'll just reserve my comments.
But what else do you want to know? I have
नहीं
more.
बोलो. Weirdest food combos. And you've liked it also.
No, I did not like it.
Huh.
I was just making people eat
Okay.
it for
Huh.
content.
And
So
did you get hate for it?
not really. People were like, "What is biryani chai?" So there is a chai in Kerala called biryani chai.
Huh.
Yeah,
Lo.
they have biryani essence in the chai. I have not invented it.
Okay.
Not my problem.
Credit where it's due. Huh.
Yeah, I will give them the credit and the hate. So if they want. But
If your kitchen had a theme song, what would it be?
I think I like Friends, so the Friends theme song.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's got a lovely sort of
Tune
lilt
to
to
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to cook a romantic dinner for someone famous, who would it be and what would be on the menu? You can share from personal experience also अगर कभी किसी के लिए किया होगा तो.
No, I've never done it for anyone who I admired that much. But I don't mind like any Deepika Padukone. Why not?
And what would you sort of, what would be the romantic dinner setup? What would be the
I
menu?
think Rajma Chawal only. I'm a simple person.
Okay.
If she likes it, she likes it. If she does not, it's okay. She has runway to go back to. So that's okay.
And if these celebs were a dish, what would they be and why?
Okay.
Vikas Khanna?
I think he's very soft and like very comfort. Whenever you listen to his voice, it's very comforting. So I think a dal khichdi is
Not Rajma Chawal.
that I'll reserve for someone else.
He's also a Punjabi munda.
Probably okay. Chalo, Rajma Chawal for him.
Okay. Chef Sanjeev Kapoor?
I've never met him personally, but I feel like he has this aura. Like he's very how do you put it? Like he's very strict. I feel like I feel like that. I've never met him, so I think something which has more spice, I guess, like in that sense. A kolhapuri probably. Let's see.
Okay. Chef Garima Arora?
Chef Garima Arora. I think a dessert, like a probably a Thai pudding or something like that, like a coconut pudding. I don't know why I said that, because she also had a restaurant in Bangkok.
Yeah, absolutely.
So probably that.
Okay. And Gordon Ramsay?
I think he likes his mashed potatoes quite a lot. So I think that sticks to him.
Okay.
And the abuses too. So.
And Chef Ranveer Brar?
Dal khichdi for him.
Dal khichdi for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Okay.
Because he genuinely loves dal khichdi a lot. So I think that's his personality also.
Chef Kunal Kapoor?
Chole bhature. Like he's a proper North person.
Like
proper North person. And his recipes are also amazing. North recipes. So chole bhature for him.
Okay then. And Farah Khan?
She cooks a very, like I'm a vegetarian, but I met her. I've worked with her on a show. And she cooks a very good roast chicken.
Okay.
So I think that is her go-to thing, like
roast chicken.
Roast chicken. I have never tasted it,
of
but I'm guessing it's going to be good. So yeah, that.
Okay, nice, interesting. Chef Abhinay, you've been really fantastic. A great fiery, spicy conversation.
Thank you.
Full of fun, flavors, and fiery takes.
Thanks.
So thank you so much for sharing some of those.
I'm still waiting on my hamper though.
मैंने कहा था ना ख्याली hamper. Here you go. Ding!
10 मिनट में तो स्विगी से भी आ जाता है तो.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening in, and stay hungry and stay tuned to InControversial. Signing off for now. Catch you soon again.